Hey y'all, wait until you try these gluten-free cheese scones. They are like my new favorite thing ever. I cannot get enough of them. You only need one bowl and just a few ingredients to make these gloriously fluffy, soft, and cheesy scones. So let's get right into it and I'll show you how to make them. In my bowl, I've already weighed out 280 grams or 2 cups of my all-purpose gluten-free flour blend. And to that, I'll add 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And I've got my cheese that I grated, which is a total of 5 ounces or 142 grams. And I'm just going to remove about like 2 to 3 tablespoons or so. You don't have to be precise. And we'll set this aside and use it later. And the rest will go in the bowl with the flour. Y'all, this is an aged extra sharp cheddar that my sister brought from Wisconsin. She lives in Wisconsin, and she brought me a few blocks of this really great aged cheddar. I think one of them at least was a 15-year aged cheddar. So it has those like little crystals, if you know what I mean, like it's like crunchy little bits in it. It is so darn good, y'all. If you can get your hands on a really great aged cheddar, use that for these. It really makes a world of difference. Okay, I'm going to add in 5 tablespoons or 71 grams of cold butter that's cut into cubes. I used to have a pastry blender, but I have no idea what happened to it. So I just use my clean hands to cut the butter into the flour mixture. I like rub it in between my fingers and flatten it at first. And then I just continuously do that until it's like breadcrumbs. It's unlike an American biscuit or pie crust dough where we want like bigger shards. This, we want it in pretty small pieces. Okay, that looks great. I'll go ahead and add in the whole fat buttermilk, which is 1 1/4 cups or 330 grams. And let me just grab a fork and I'll use that to stir this up real quick. I don't know why I always gravitate towards using forks when I mix up doughs like this. It's just one of my favorite tools for doing this. And that's the scone dough, y'all. It's just that easy. It's like a wet dough, which is what we want because we don't want dry scones. I'm going to sprinkle some of my flour mixture right on the counter. And I'll grab all of this dough out of the bowl. And I'm just going to knead this lightly until it comes together. You don't want to over knead it and add too much flour into it. It's still going to be a little bit wet and sticky, but that's okay. You can grab a rolling pin for this, but I like to just pat mine into a round. And I like my scones kind of on the thick side, so I aim for about 3/4 to an inch thick. And then I'll grab my cutter. This one is like one of a set that I have. I think I got it from Home Goods or Home Sense, one of those wonderful stores that I just could spend hours in. I saw Paul Hollywood making scones and he said never to use a scalloped cutter. So I'm using the smooth side instead. I listened to you, Paul. Make sure when you press them down, don't twist it until you've already cut it completely through. Or what you'll do is you'll seal the sides, basically, and you want those sides to rise a little, right? So I'll just keep rolling out these scraps until they're all gone. Okay, I've got my oven preheated to 425 Fahrenheit, and I'll just make an egg wash real quick with 1 egg and about a tablespoon, maybe, I think I went a little over, maybe 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. And I'll just brush the tops of each of these because remember, I have that cheese that I set aside. So I got to stick the cheese to the tops of these babies. These bake for 12 to 14 minutes until they're puffed up, light golden brown just around the edges, and they spring back when lightly touched. And if you can resist, you'll really want to let them cool for a few minutes at least before digging right in. But I'm seriously not able to resist. The smell of the cheese is just incredible, y'all. So I'm going to break one open while it's still piping hot. Look at that inside, y'all. I can't even with these scones. There's just something about them I just love. I think I found my new favorite, like, all around thing. And it's so quick and easy. You just saw how quick and easy it was to make these. I love savory baking just as much as I like sweet baking. And these hit all those savory notes, y'all, with that pepper, the cheese. I brought some to my mom and she was just blown away and needed the recipe immediately. Make a breakfast sandwich with them or a ham sandwich. Dunk them in soups or stews. I did that with my tomato soup recipe. Or just eat them straight up like this. Enjoy!